Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the January 24th, 2020 new moon in Aquarius. Now, this video is going to be a little bit more abbreviated, more concise than my typical new moon or full moon astrology videos. This was done very impromptu manner. So, anyway. Well, the thing about, first off, as far as new moons and astrology in general go, for those few of you that may not know, it could be a very rejuvenating and revitalizing period for many of you. It could be a time where you have much initiative and enterprise. It's often about new beginnings. This could be a time where whatever may have been prohibiting you, holding you back before, inhibiting you, may be discarded at this time. Whatever might be frivolous or superfluous, you might be able to discard and throw out of the way, and basically be able to start something at this time. If you had procrastinated for some time on it, you may be able to start now whatever it was you had stalled on. Now, new moons in astrology this new moon being in Aquarius, well, it can impact all signs collectively, but especially Aquarius and the zodiac sign Cancer. Aquarius, obviously, because it's going to be in their sign. And Cancer, of course, because simply Cancer is affected very strongly by all transits and phases of the moon, because the moon does rule the zodiac sign Cancer. And this could be really strongly attributed as to why the zodiac sign Cancer can be so temperamental, moody, and fickle. Now, the thing about this is looking at this new moon and being in Aquarius. This could be a beginning point for many. If you have, it could be the start of an Aquarius, like a career or vocation, and especially if this falls in what I call one of the money job houses in the chart, which of course they are the second, sixth, and 10th house in one's in astrology. The second, sixth, and 10th houses are, like you could say, the money houses. Now, it could be where one may begin doing something like with aeronautics, aerospace, anything that could be Aquarius related, astrology, astronomy, and any esoteric subject. It could be some work that could be connected with humanitarianism, or it may be something with electronics or computers. And of course, computers can encompass a wide divergence of positions. You could have like computer programming or troubleshooting computers. It could be like a systems analyst. Anything that could be computer or electronic related. It could be doing electronic position or being an electrician. Anything that could be rocket science in some cases. Anything innovation. Anything that could be Aquarius related. Now, the thing too is it could also be the beginning period for many, that could be the start of humanitarianism, selflessness, some kind of benevolence, philanthropy. It could be a new start of creating something that's very innovative and ingenious. It could be the start of a friendship, new friendship for some people, a new acquaintance that maybe somebody may have. Some cases, if this is hitting the fourth house in one's natal chart, especially, could be a new Aquarius. Maybe a child comes into the person's life, or a new Aquarius family member. Given that it's a new moon in Aquarius, of course, if it's a child, it will have the sun and moon in Aquarius. It could, but if it's a new family member that may come around. Well, if it's just born, of course, that would be a new that would be a sun and moon Aquarius person as well, actually. This is something too, because of course that would be just born. But anyway, going back to, as far as this new moon in Aquarius goes, it's really another thing to look at is that, if let's say, I believe in some cases it could be some new Aquarius, like it could be like a debilitation. Say if this falls in the first or the sixth house in one's natal chart. The first house is of course connected with the physical body. Sixth house can be physical health related issues, so it could be something like associated with the ankles or the shins or the circulation, or something with nerves. Even given that we're just talking about regular new moon energy, it's just it's something that likely would be very light though if it would happen. When you're talking about something like like super moon, or well, I don't know if it's super moon, but maybe like say a solar eclipse, something would it could that would be something of a greater magnitude that might be more life altering, or something of more significance that might be much longer lasting. But something like this, something a little bit, it could be something more minor, um, but this could be something too where when you look at this as well, as far as the Sabian symbols go, it's going to be at 4 degrees Aquarius. And really what this could come out to, if this could add a little bit more of like a something like if somebody's doing something like wants to start something, it could come across as more of like a revelation, something that might happen like extemporaneously or very spontaneously. It could be something also, given that we're at 4 degrees, we're talking about as far as Sabian symbols go. On a negative side though, 4 degrees as far as Sabian symbols may indicate the start of some a connection with somebody that might be somewhat superficial, and it may lack some kind of substance, or even some kind of promiscuous type behavior, especially let's say if this is making an adverse aspect to one's natal Mars or Venus. I'd say even Jupiter as well, because Jupiter can be about excess, and it could be distorted energy, and Jupiter of course is associated with expansion. So you understand what I'm saying with this. This could be a time to, looking at this, is that you look at, other aspects electionally, of course, can be important at this time, as that could, it's because they could be more pronounced given that it's taking place at this new moon, time of the new moon. When new moon takes place, other transits can be amplified and intensified. In fact, you're going to have the square to Uranus could indicate more erratic and sporadic emotional energy, emotions that might be more unpredictable. When you're talking about Uranus and Taurus, this could even, I believe, represent very steadfast, persistent, loyal friendships. It could be loyalty to one's friendships may conflict with this new start associated with the new moon in Aquarius transit. And also you're going to have Pluto still, of course, conjunct Saturn at this time. So this could be a time where this could give an added influence in terms of eradicating or obliterating some connection with some authority figure. And new moon Aquarius, of course, an opportune time to start something new. And Aquarius energy, of course, is very forward moving. It's very about futuristic and moving ahead, being progressive. So it could be a very opportune time if you've been contemplating doing something in terms of starting, doing, it might be your own business, or starting some new career vocation, may very well be Aquarius related. This could give an added, energy in terms of doing so. And also too, you're going to have Mars making a square aspect to Neptune at this time as well. When you have Mars square Neptune, of course, that could give a little bit more lethargic energy, and you've got to factor that into the equation as well, that you might not have quite the energy that the typical new moon is going to bring at this time. And of course, a lot of this could be predicated and dependent on aspects that are made to points in your chart at this time as well, from these transiting planets. If say transit Neptune is making an adverse aspect to your natal sun, Mars, or ascendant, you might actually feel more like daydreaming and fantasizing in contrast to actually doing something at this time. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. But anyway, and also transits, I mean, to your chart at this time, um, could, at the same time as this new moon, can be amplified and intensified as well, because of course it's taking place at the time of the new moon. I'm going to have transit Jupiter making, some would say, a long opposition to my natal Cancer sun at this time, so I have to be careful as far as distorted energy and taking on more than I can handle, because when you're talking about transit Jupiter making, an opposition to one's natal sun, this could be a time of over expansion, being over expansive or over enthusiastic, over exuberant, and over optimistic, trying to do too much. It might be, the fact that my sun in Cancer is conjunct my third house cusp. This could be an indicator that I might be trying to take on too much, focusing on this unequivocal, unconditional love of communication, and this dedication in communication matters, and I might be overextending, and maybe it could take a toll on me to some degree at this time, because you also have the new moon energy, which of course gives you, all this, this abundance and surfeit of energy. So it's something that I have to be careful of at this time as well. And in some other examples, as far as like the transit, this new moon is going to fall in my 10th house of career, so maybe this could signify, of course the house it falls in can be significant, as well as that can impact the delineation interpretation. Mine is going to fall in my 10th house of career and status and recognition. Of course, then Aquarius is connected with astrology, so we could do the math, and hopefully it might really be very auspicious for me at the time as far as that goes. And it's also going to make a very tight trine aspect to my natal Uranus, so that could actually, and Uranus is my 10th house, one of my 10th house rulers. Uranus, my natal Uranus, is a very close conjunction to my 6th house cusp, so this could be play very good dividends in terms of maybe my career in astrology and work that is connected with that. So anyway, people, that will conclude this YouTube astrological segment, and until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.